I'm in 22,000 square feet. And I started back in Elk Grove, like I said, 16 years ago. And this here is an old Browne and Sharp screw machine. This is called a #2 square base. It goes up to 1.25 inch diameter. Long time ago, during World War II, this is how they made parts. Cam operated. You got to be very mechanically inclined. You have trip dog levers here that will, you know, as you move these around, it trips levers and makes the turn index or makes the spindle go slow or fast or reverse the spindle. You have a pickup and slot attachment here that will, as the arm comes down and the cutoff tool on the rear slide's cutting off, it will pick the tool up, come over here to the slotting attachment and slot your part. That's why they call it a screw machine, I guess. But it's very efficient still today. CNCs, just for an example, it'll take you 5 to 8 seconds to load a bar. Here it's 1/4 second because it's a manual feed out. So there's the higher run parts. If you know, CNCs you can get away with not having to grind or a nicer finish, but for the down dirty parts to make real quick and real inexpensive, because I don't like to use the word cheap, these are the machines. Now over here we have a double aught. This is also a square base. We use the die heads. You have this die head here, which have chasers on it. So instead of a CNC machine taking anywhere from 8 to 14 seconds to do single point thread, this will do the thread in probably 4 seconds. Okay, pick up and slot, complete part off. There are CNCs, sub spindles, machine lathes. This is actually a lathe, but they call it a Browne Sharp screw machine. 12-foot bar goes in the bang tube, and then it is a very quick 1/4 second feed out to a stop, because the turret goes around and there is an actual stop. With this up here, that's your stop. You adjust it to the length you need on the turret, and it will feed your stock out to the size you need. Put it back there so we don't make a mistake when we turn the machine on, because everything's timed, like timing an engine. You know, if you have one misfire, you're done. So these are the Browne Sharp screw machines. The newer models down here with the boxes up on top are called Ultramatics. Those are the newest ones they ever made. They stopped making them, I believe, in 64, 68. But for the industrial sewing machine industry, we make a lot of parts for them, and they still have their old cams and form tools. They send them over, so it makes the engineering time go a lot quicker. And most of the jobs on here, you have a tooling charge because it has to have its own special cams and form tools made to do the job. Where on the CNC, we just program it in right away and use the same tools we did in the last job. And for smaller runs, 250, 500, 1,000, I'll probably end up putting them on the CNC because we can get the machine set up a lot faster, and it'll make the parts not as fast as these, but it will make the parts in less time, because you have to stop, and these are all high-speed tooling in here. You have to stop and sharpen the circular cutoff tools and circular form tools. Where on the CNC, you just, while the machine's running, you can go into tool offset and say, well, I want to move 1/1000th of an inch, and next part you're done. So these take a lot more time, but for longer runs, these are really, really slick machines still today.